Hello everyone, this is Mike Sawatsky from North Country Cycling Sports in Thunder Bay, and today I want to show you the DOS King Angler Pro Kayak. This kayak is 10 foot 2 inches long, weighs in at 58 pounds, and has a carrying capacity of 353 pounds. Why don't you come in and take a look at some of the features. So the Angler Pro is set up with lots of storage. Up front you've got a sealed hatch. Gives you lots of space to put your lunch, anything you might want to bring with you for the day. In the center between your legs, there's a nice size hatch that you could keep some bait in, maybe pliers, a battery for your fish finder. Nice and easy access while you're in the boat. And then behind you, we've got another sealed hatch. Gives you lots of space to store stuff. On the back deck, it's also got some strapping. It's cut inside, so if you want to put a cooler in here or something a little bit bigger, you do have the space to do that. You'll move up, you'll see we've got a really comfortable seat on this boat. Now the beauty of this is we've got two positions for this seat. This is the further back, higher position. If you want to be a little bit closer to the water, or you're a little bit shorter possibly, we have one position that's a little bit further forward, and it is about 2 inches lower. Makes the boat feel quite a bit different while you're in it and using it. If I move this back up to the high position, you'll notice you can fold it up and keep it out of the way. We've got a large traction pad here, and this allows you to stand. So possibly you're a fly fisherman, or fisherwoman for that matter, and you want to stand and get a little bit of a better cast. Maybe you're fishing for bass and you want to get a little bit more visual. You want to stand up so you can see into the water a little bit. Really, really good option for that. And then this just folds back down really easy. You can sit back in and then paddle. Another feature I want to show you is when we start fishing and we're in a spot and we want to stop, on the side of the boat, we have the ability just to put our paddle there, and it'll keep our paddle nice and safe for us out of the way, so now we can use our hands and we can fish. So it is a fishing kayak. So where do you put your fishing rods? Well, at the back, we've got two flush mount rod holders built in. You see they have these covers when you're not using them, and then we can open it up. And then your rod's gonna slide in, or possibly your fishing net. They are tipped backwards, which gives you a little bit extra room while you're paddling. If you're going to go into some areas where there might be some branches, they're pointed towards the back to help you so they don't get hung up. Now, while you're fishing up front, you can add accessories to these, and a rod holder would be one of those accessories. So this boat comes from the factory with two track systems already built into it, and we can add accessories to this, such as rod holders. So you can see this just goes in, locks quickly, and then you've got yourself a rod holder. You can put a spinning rod in there, a bait caster, use it for trolling, or just while you're sitting there maybe changing your lure, you can put your rod down. So what I'd like to point out here is the carry handles. You know, if you're by yourself and you're only one person, this boat is 58 pounds. So you're probably going to need something like a dolly system, okay? But if there's two of you, you can just carry one at the front, one at the back. The nice thing about this handle is it doesn't matter what you're doing while you're carrying it, it's going to move with you, and it's very comfortable. One thing we can't always control is the weather. If you get out there and it's a little bit windier, this boat is equipped with a rudder, which is going to allow you to continue with that even stroke and stay straight if the wind's pushing you off a little. How this works is from your seat in a seated position, you've got this little red ball and on a string, and we can pull that and it will flip the rudder down. We have a chock here that's going to hold that line in place and keep your rudder down. When you come up front, now how do we set the rudder in terms of which direction? So depending on which way you need to turn it a little bit, you have foot pedals up here that when moved or when pushed are going to steer the rudder. So another thing while you're out fishing, you may want a fish finder. This boat is equipped to take a fish finder. You're going to notice a hole right here. That is so that the wire from your transducer can go through to the bottom of the boat, and then there's a spot for your transducer underneath. You're going to see this black piece of plastic. This is our transducer guard. And the beauty of this system is we can put one of two different transducers in here. We can put an ice fishing transducer and just let it sit on here and it will read through, or we can mount a traditional transducer to the front of this. This plate just unscrews and comes off. It allows us to get in there. Works really, really well and protects your transducer at the same time. So if you're considering a new fishing kayak this year, maybe you should consider the DOS King Angler Pro. Come on down to see us here at the store. We're at 1164 Roland Street in Thunder Bay, or give us a call at 807-622-0001. Don't forget to check us out on the web at www.northcountrycycle.ca, or you can find us on Facebook.